Hi everyone, Dr. Elliot here. Welcome to today's meditation. So today I'm inviting us to go on a short little walk, but a very sacred journey to a very sacred space where we're going to do a letting go ceremony where we burn old medicine in our medicine bag, and we're going to reorganize and take some inventory in our medicine bag. So I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath and slow down your exhale. Grounding your energy deep into the earth, choosing one of those 4 layers: earth, stone, water, or fire. And then settling back into your body, wiggling those hip bones, wiggling the shoulders, giving yourself permission to be fully and completely present. And we're going to go ahead and take another nice deep breath, slowing down the exhale even more. Belly button to spine. And grounding your energy deep into the earth, choosing one of those 4 layers: earth, stone, water, or fire. And then settling back into your body once again, wiggling those hip bones, wiggling those shoulders, just really giving yourself permission to be fully in your body right here, right now. And then another nice deep breath, slowing down the exhale even more. Belly button to spine. And grounding your energy deep into one of those 4 layers of the earth. Just really feeling yourself anchoring, feeling your mind and your breath and your spirit slowing down, settling back into your body, wiggling those hip bones, wiggling the shoulders, giving yourself permission to be fully and completely present. We're going to go ahead and imagine that tube of white light 3 to 5 feet all around you. And then sending that tube of white light all the way down to the center of the earth and all the way up to God, Source, Creator, Star Nations. Remembering that only divine love can exist inside of this tube of white light, and nothing can come into this tube of white light unless you invite it. And even if you invite it, anything that comes into this tube of white light is instantaneously transformed into divine love. And so we're going to take a nice deep breath, just breathing divine love into every single cell of your body. And on the exhale, just releasing, allowing yourself to breathe normally. And then I'd like you to imagine inviting any of your ancestors, ascended masters, angels, God, Source, Creator, beloved mighty I Am presence into this space, asking for the highest guidance in alignment with you, of the highest love vibration. And just feeling every single muscle in your body relax, feeling completely safe in this sacred space that you've just created. And I'd like you to imagine yourself stepping out of this 3rd dimensional reality and into one of those higher planes of existence. And I usually say it like this. I'm just calling forth the highest plane of existence in alignment with my current state of evolution. Of course, only of the highest love vibration in alignment with me and my spirit and my soul's path right here, right now. And then I'd like you to just imagine yourself walking along a path. It could be paved, it could be dirt, it could be along water, it could be out in the forest or on a beach or in the desert, wherever it is that is your sacred space where you feel comfortable. And imagining one or two or however many of your sacred spirit helpers walking along that path with you. And just noticing what's on your feet, noticing what's under your feet. Is it dirt? Is it grass? Is it sand? Is it water? Noticing who's walking alongside you, feeling so safe and so protected, and feeling so grateful for the guidance of these wise elders who are here to support you and walk with you on this journey. And just noticing that you have a bag or a backpack that you're carrying, and instinctively you know that this is your medicine bag. This is a bag that has been with you your whole life, your whole journey, and it's full of all of the medicines that you've collected along the way. And it might have other things in it in addition to the medicine, but primarily what's in this bag is medicine. And it doesn't feel too heavy, but you notice it hanging on your shoulder or your back as you walk. And you're just not in a hurry at all. You're just walking along with your spirit helpers, these elders that are here with you, having joyful conversation, or maybe you're walking in silence. But you notice in the distance a beautiful waterfall, so high and so majestic. And you notice that the path appears to end at the waterfall. And as you get closer, you begin to notice that there is a little opening behind the waterfall where the path can go behind the waterfall. And you notice that there's a little sacred fire already burning behind the waterfall. And you look up and you notice that there's an air vent, like a little cavity, like a crevasse in between the stones, the giant stone boulders behind the waterfall, where the smoke can gently escape. And so you go and you find a nice quiet little spot behind the waterfall. And the waterfall can be raging or it could be trickling, whatever feels comfortable to you. You notice some of the little plants that are growing to the side of the waterfall. But you notice how the cave that's behind the waterfall kind of absorbs some of the sound. So there's really nothing that you can hear outside the waterfall. It's just you and the waterfall and the fire and your sacred helpers. And so you find your way to this little spot next to the fire behind the waterfall. And you gently take your backpack or your bag off your shoulder. And the elders are instructing you to lay down some red cloth next to the fire. And they're letting you know that it's time to clean out your medicine bag. And so one by one, very slowly, you take out the first medicine, some sage, and you burn some sage, and you cleanse yourself and you cleanse the space. And then you set that sage down in your little abalone shell bowl. And you just let it burn as long as it needs to burn until it's done, clearing the energy that it needs to clear. And so while that's burning, you notice the next thing that you're pulling out of your bag, and some other medicines. Maybe there's some Palo Santo, maybe there's some sweetgrass, maybe there's some wormwood or mugwort, maybe there's some copal, maybe there's some tobacco. Whatever the sacred medicines are for you. And just noticing the little gifts that people have given you along the way, maybe elders, maybe there's a sacred piece of jewelry in there, or a sacred bundle, or sacred little medicine zip pouch. And you notice that there are some little things that you've picked up along the way on your little hikes and journeys in the mountains or along the beach. And you really find joy in sorting and sifting and sort of unpacking some of these memories from over the years of all the sacred places that you've visited and the sacred gifts that people have given you. And maybe there's some little remnants of things that you picked up along the way that weren't ever meant to stay in this bag. You know, sometimes we pick up garbage when we're down at the river, makes its way into our bag, or maybe we pick up little pieces of something that, you know, were just meant to help keep the riverbed clean or the beach clean, and we forgot to throw them away when we got back to our car. Maybe there's medicine that's been in this bag for a really long time and hasn't been used. And we know that we only keep medicine for about a year, and then it needs to go into the sacred fire for recycle, for transmuting into something else. And so we have this beautiful sacred fire. And I'm just going to invite you to release into the fire those things that are either outdated or no longer serve you. To give the medicine that you haven't been using back to the fire, knowing that it will be completely replenished with new medicine for you. We just don't want that energy to become stagnant. So I want you to listen to the crackle of the fire and the sound of the waterfall. We're just going to take a nice deep breath and slowing down the exhale. And just unpacking the rest of that old stagnant medicine one by one, and slowly releasing them into the fire. You can even turn that medicine bag upside down and shake it out. Shake out any little pieces of remnants of medicine that have been stuck in there and let it go to the fire. And then laying your medicine bag out next to all these other medicines that you're choosing to keep, I'd like you to just take inventory of what's here. Really honoring the gifts that you've been given, honoring the medicines that have come to you. And one of the ways we honor the medicines is by using them. So maybe thinking about people you've used the medicines with, or gifted the medicines to, or the moments when you've used it on yourself. And just really feeling the gratitude and the humility of witnessing all of this beautiful medicine that you carry. It doesn't have to be physical medicine. It could be ethereal, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional. It could be like the medicine of humor, or the medicine of music, or the medicine of your voice. It could be the joy that you carry. It could be the healing that you carry. I really want you to take inventory of what medicine you have and what medicine you actually employ. Where have you been stingy with your medicine? Where is it time to step up and share your medicine? And then I'd like you to take a look at what's laying out on this red cloth and tell yourself, what medicine needs to be here? What medicines are you calling in? Maybe even leaving room for medicine that you didn't even know that you needed, but being open to receive it just the same. And we're going to take a nice deep breath and just really opening your heart chakra, bringing in that Christ energy, that beautiful white divine light into your heart space, and really feeling from, thinking from, and acting from your heart space. Open yourself to receive all of the new medicine that you require for this next phase of your journey. When you open your eyes, I want you to notice that your spirit helpers have gathered around you, and they have bundles for you. Bundles of sacred medicine that you can now add to your medicine bag. And one by one, very slowly, they offer you a bundle. The first one comes and they stand before you. And you know instinctively that you are to stand to receive this bundle. And you put your hands, both hands, out in front of you. And this elder or spirit helper, they offer you this bundle 4 times, one for each direction. And on the 4th time, they put the bundle in your hands. And you draw the bundle to your heart. This is how we honor the gift. We bring it to our heart after they've placed it 4 times. We bring it to our heart chakra and we receive it with that feeling of generosity of spirit and that gratitude of spirit. And you slowly open the first bundle and you notice what's inside. And it's so beautiful and so needed right now. And you're so grateful for this gift. And you very carefully place it on your little makeshift altar that you have set up next to the fire with all of your other medicines. And you welcome it to that medicine family. And you and the elder or spirit helper, you shake hands or hug or whatever it is that you do to honor that gift. And then you notice the next elder is ready to give you the next bundle. And again, they offer it 4 times. Your hands are open in front of you. And they touch your palms 4 times with this bundle. And the 4th time, you take hold of it, looking them in the eyes with gratitude and love, and you bring it to your heart chakra. And you receive it fully. And you open the bundle very slowly, and you notice what's inside. And you have this deep, profound sense of generosity and gratitude and joy for this beautiful gift that's been given to you. And again, you slowly set it down onto your altar next to all your other medicines. And then you shake hands or hug this elder, this spirit helper, and you thank them for the beautiful medicine. And then the next one comes, and they are just so full of light and joy and excitement to give you this gift. And again, you place your hands out in front of you, both hands next to each other, open to receive. And they offer the red bundle 4 times, 1 for each direction. And on the 4th time, they lay it in your hands. And you feel your hands vibrating with so much energy as you receive this bundle. You can feel the sacredness of it. You can feel the hugeness of it. And you bring it to your heart center and you allow it in. And you're just so full of gratitude and thanks. One of my Seneca elders, she says, Nyahweh. Nyahweh, which just means giving thanks. In Cherokee, we say Wado, giving thanks. And you slowly open the bundle. And you're just so full of joy, almost to the point of tears, as you see this beautiful gift that's been given to you. And again, you lay it down onto this beautiful altar that you've created next to the sacred fire. And so you sit with the elders once more down next to the fire behind the waterfall. And you just take in this moment. It almost feels surreal. Everything you could have possibly needed has shown up for you for this next leg of your journey. Instinctively, you just know this soul journey, this next leg of the soul journey is just going to be so joyful and so easeful because you now have all the medicine that you require to be successful on this journey. And you just let yourself take a few nice deep breaths with the intention of just opening yourself to receive all of this medicine from the highest love vibration. And you're so grateful to God Source Creator and to these beautiful spirit helpers who came here today to make sure that you feel supported and loved and prepared for your journey. And you know so deeply in your soul that you are not doing this alone. You have so much divine help and so much divine support, and all that can be translated into this third dimensional reality. You now have a deep knowing and understanding that you have access to all of the dimensions beyond the third dimensional reality. Can help you along this journey. There are so many resources that you didn't even know that you had access to that are making themselves known to you now. I'd like you to just sit with your palms open for a moment and ask your higher self, God Source Creator, for any light codes that you require to activate your DNA. Just knowing and remembering that we have to ask. Knock and the door shall be opened. But they are not allowed to interfere. You have complete emotional, mental, spiritual autonomy, physical autonomy. And you have to ask them. You have to invite them in. Knock and the door shall be opened, right? Every resource you could ever possibly imagine is available to you now if you would only ask and then be open to receive. So we're going to knock. We're going to ask. Creator, God Source Creator. Call on whoever you pray to, Jesus, beloved Mother Mary, Onet Klanahi, archangels, Archangel Michael, Saint Germain, whoever it is that you call on, ancestors. We ask now for the light codes. We ask now for the gifts, the spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical gifts that we require to complete our soul's journey here in this earth plane. And we ask for not only the manifestations, but also the clearing and the letting go of the limiting thought patterns, the limiting beliefs that have prevented us from accessing these gifts. And we recommit to using all of the medicine in our medicine bag. We ask for the guidance and the wisdom to know when and where and with whom to use these medicines. And we promise to keep them sacred and to only share them when we feel guided, but to share them generously with ourselves and each other. And to share them not from a place of ego, but to share them from a place of love and spirit and guidance and intuition, trusting that we know when that time is. And we take another nice deep breath and we just fully embody the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of our higher self, the wisdom of God Source Creator, and we embody it into every single cell of our body. And we ground that energy deep into the earth and the stone and the water and the fire layers, knowing that we can access this wisdom at any time. And we thank the elders and we thank the ancestors as we slowly pack up our medicine, very intentionally and very carefully, one bundle at a time. We put it back into our medicine bag. Like we're packing up little babies. And we pack it up and we put it back on our shoulder and our back. And we just feel so refreshed and so clear. We know exactly what's in our bag. We know exactly what we've let go of. And somehow, even though we have new medicine, our bag feels lighter and more intentional. We know that whatever medicine we need at any given time, we're going to be able to access it right here out of our bag. And this is a bag that goes with us everywhere we go. It goes in the car, it goes on the walks. I always have a little pouch inside the bag in case I need something quick to grab. We always have tobacco, we always have sage, we always have sweetgrass, we always have something that we can make an offering with or make a gift with when we're out and about, because we know that at any time our medicine could be called upon. And so whether this medicine bag is physical or whether it's in the etheric realm, you know that you have it with you all the time. And you thank the elders as you're walking back down the path. You hear the sound of the waterfall getting more distant. And pretty soon, the sound of the waterfall gets replaced with the sound of your feet on the earth. As you feel yourself coming back into this reality. And pretty soon the sound of your feet walking on the earth gets replaced with the sound of your breath. As you bring your awareness back into this room, back into this space, back into this reality, knowing that you can return to that place at any time. And I'm just going to ask you to take note of how your body feels right now. What is your emotional state right now? How does your body feel right now? Maybe you feel some pulsing in your hands. Maybe you feel some lightness in your breath. Maybe you just feel fully and completely present in your body. I'm just going to ask that you take note of this energy and you carry it forth into every interaction you have in this world today. Every relationship, every conversation, every act, whether it's through work or in human relationships or with your spiritual intentions. And I send you off to have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Oh.